Hey, WVVA Nation. Welcome back to Decision Station, the podcast where we dig into real world moves, mess up a little so you don't have to, and still have fun doing it. I'm your host, Tyler Merriweather.
And I'm Charlotte, your co-pilot through the chaos of choices, career crossroads, and the occasional existential, wait, what's next moment.
Don't forget the occasionally really weird life advice, Charlotte.
Hey, my advice last episode was solid. Don't let your phone make you feel unemployed. That was poetry.
Shakespeare's shaking in his breeches. Anyway, today's episode is all about two big things that keep the world spinning: gratitude and grit.
AKA thank you and keep going.
We're doing something special because this November, we're turning the spotlight on gratitude and grit and how they show up in the lives of our military families.
That's right. While many of us are picking classes or scrolling TikTok, there are students whose families are packing up, changing bases, and showing up wherever duty calls. That kind of courage? Respect.
And for anyone listening who's thinking, could I serve too? We've got you. We'll break down what enlistment really looks like, what the service branches offer, and what you should consider before signing on. No hype, no fear-mongering, just the facts, with our usual dose of sass.
Because whether you're supporting someone in uniform, considering putting on one yourself, or just trying to figure out your next step, you deserve clean, clear information you can use.
Plus, later on we'll be joined by a special guest, Barry the Bear, career advisor extraordinaire, and possibly a little suspicious. He'll answer your real questions. What jobs can I do without college? What happened to those graduation plan things we had last year? And more.
So, grab your earbuds, find your I'm ready mindset, and let's salute the service, learn the ropes, and build the future you actually want. WVVA. It's time to make your decisions. Not because you have to, but because you can. Let's roll.
All right, let's dive in. First up, military families. Because let's be real, while service members are out there rocking camo and getting medals, there's a whole squad behind them keeping the home base running.
Exactly. Parents, siblings, even pets. Okay, maybe not the pets. They're holding down the fort. Picture this. Homework struggles, school projects, missing soccer practice because someone's deployed. That's grit, my friends. Pure, unfiltered. We've got this. Kind of grit.
And since we're recording in November, Veterans Day is coming up. It's a perfect reminder that behind every salute, there's a story of sacrifice. And not just the obvious, I'm in uniform stuff. It's resilience, adaptability, and learning to deal with change at lightning speed.
Speaking of change, military kids know more about packing and moving than most adults do about doing laundry. They've switched schools, states, sometimes even time zones, and still show up for class like bosses.
Which is actually a huge takeaway for everyone listening. Flexibility is a superpower. Not just for military families, but for any career, any path.
Yep. And here's where it gets real fun. Let's break down the branches, what they do, and how they actually help you build a career, without sounding like a recruiter on a caffeine high. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Military life isn't just about uniforms, flags, and parades. There's real strategy, real career paths, and yes, real paperwork. So if you've ever wondered, what's actually involved? Stick with us.
Let's start with the Army. Big, global, and full of roles you might not even think exist. Combat arms, obviously. But also cybersecurity, intelligence analysis, medical technicians, logistics, mechanical maintenance, you name it.
You can get certifications while enlisted that are industry recognized. So even if you leave after 4 years, you're not starting at zero.
That's a great point, but don't forget if you are wanting to go to college. Yep, tuition assistance, GI Bill, and partnerships with schools across the country. You could technically start college while actively serving.
Lifestyle reality. Lots of structure, physical training, possible deployments. But you also gain discipline, leadership skills, and connections that last a lifetime.
Next, the U.S. Navy. Ships, submarines, and yes, a lot of tech-heavy roles.
You could be a sonar technician, nuclear engineer, IT specialist, hospital corpsman, or even a chef on a ship. They have almost everything.
College-wise, the Navy's got scholarships, tuition reimbursement, and the Naval Academy if you want a traditional college route.
Life reality. Extended time at sea, unpredictable schedules, and yep, sometimes seasickness. But the skills? High demand technical expertise, leadership and problem solving under pressure.
Then there's the Air Force. People think flying jets, but that's just one tiny slice. Cybersecurity, air traffic control, medical roles, intelligence, logistics, engineering, and yes, even meteorology. Basically, if it involves tech or analysis, Air Force probably has it.
Education perks. Tons. Tuition assistance. On-base classes. Technical certifications, and even space-focused programs if you're dreaming big.
Lifestyle, highly structured, lots of training, focus on technical excellence. And if you're into predictable schedules compared to other branches, Air Force can be appealing.
Marines. Everyone's favorite for intensity. And, let's be honest, memes.
Infantry, aviation, communications, logistics, cyber. You're not just boots on the ground.
Leadership is baked into everything. You learn fast, and you learn to lead others under pressure.
College options? Post-service education benefits, as well as programs during service for leadership and technical skills.
The adventure is physically demanding. High intensity, but the camaraderie is off the charts. You'll leave with grit you can't fake anywhere else.
Coast Guard, less talked about, but high impact.
Search and rescue, maritime law enforcement, environmental protection, engineering, IT. All real-world skills that employers love.
College options, tuition assistance, certifications, and pathways to leadership roles in civilian maritime industries.
The Coast Guard is usually closer to home, more predictable than other branches, but still high stakes. And yes, sometimes you'll be in the middle of a storm saving lives. Talk about instant resume builders.
Finally, National Guard/reserves. Mix serving your country with staying local.
Drill 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year, plus deployments if called.
Careers? Basically any branch's role, but part-time. Get training and certifications, then bring those skills into civilian life.
College perks? Tuition assistance, scholarships, and experience that makes applications and resumes pop.
In the Guard, flexibility is the name of the game, but you still get leadership, teamwork, and technical training.
Bottom line, each branch offers career-building skills, college support, and real-life experience that you can leverage no matter what comes next.
And yes, there's discipline and structure, but there's also growth. You're not just following orders. You're building a career, learning to problem solve under pressure, and gaining skills that employers actually want. And for those thinking, wait, do I have to fight in a war? Not necessarily. Many roles are technical, medical, or support-based. Combat is just one piece of a huge puzzle.
Exactly. And the biggest takeaway? Military service is a career path, a skill builder, and yes, an adventure. But it's also about grit, adaptability, and having a support system behind you.
And let's talk big-time academy options. These are the fancy schmancy schools where you live, learn, and train all in one place. usually fully funded if you get in.
Yep, we're talking the military academies, like West Point for the Army, the Naval Academy, the Air Force Academy, and even the Coast Guard Academy. Think of them as college plus boot camp plus elite leadership training. Basically, a triple threat experience.
You get a full ride for tuition, room, and board, plus top-notch training and a guaranteed career path after graduation. The trade-off? You're committing to serve after you graduate, usually 5 years or so. But you also leave with an elite education, leadership skills, and connections that last a lifetime. And don't forget, you're not limited to pilots or infantry. They have engineers, cyber experts, medical trainees, policy leaders. Basically, if there's a career in the military, one of these academies has a program for it.
So, if you like the idea of structure, scholarship, and skill building all rolled into one, these academies are a legit option. But remember, they're competitive, so grades, leadership, and a little persistence are key.
Okay, Charlotte, here's the question burning in every listener's brain. When you graduate, are you signing up for an academy?
Haha. Well, Tyler, let's just say if I'm going to run laps in uniform before breakfast, I want the coffee strong and the Wi-Fi stronger. So maybe Navy? I've always had a thing for ships.
Ah, the Navy. So you're going to be all sailor chic while mastering maritime maneuvers and saving the world one Wi-Fi hotspot at a time.
Exactly. But let's be real. Army? I respect it. Air Force? Cool tech. Coast Guard? Super heroic. And Marines? Wow. Hats off to anyone who can do that push-up test before sunrise.
So you're saying it's all about finding your vibe. Academy life isn't one size fits all. It's more like choosing your adventure with some serious structure sprinkled in.
Exactly. And listeners, you don't have to pick the first branch you like. Shadow someone, take a visit, talk to a recruiter, find your fit.
And hey, if you pick the Air Force, and suddenly Charlotte decides she wants to pilot a jet instead of a coffee mug, that's okay too. Flexibility is part of the game.
Yep. Just promise me one thing. Don't pick a branch because your friends are doing it. This is about you, your goals, your strengths, your style.
Word. And maybe, just maybe, we can all agree. No one wants a Navy Captain Charlotte meme trending on TikTok before roll call.
Haha, fair. But if it does, at least it'll be epic.
Before we move on, here's a challenge. Talk to a veteran, a military family member, or a recruiter. Ask about day-to-day life, training, and career options. The stories you get are incredible and can help you make a decision about whether the military is for you. Ugh, Charlotte, why does it sound like we're about to get scolded by park rangers?
Because we are. Ladies and gentlemen, reporting for duty. Our very own mascot / career coach / local legend, Barry the Bear.
Affirmative. Barry here. I was told this was an informational podcast, but so far all I've heard is Tyler mispronouncing resume and Charlotte bullying algorithms.
Welcome, Barry. We're glad you could claw your way in today. We've got some student questions for you.
Good. I thrive on curiosity and berries. Mostly curiosity, though.
Barry thrives on berries. Your pun game is strong, Bear.
Guilty as charged. But hey, I like to keep my claws sharp and my wordplay sharper.
So let's hit these questions before we spiral into cancellation. Our first inquirer prefers to stay anonymous, but asks, "How old are you?"
I'm timeless. Age is but a construct created by humans who fear obsolescence. But if you must know, I graduated from West Virginia Wilderness Academy the same year dial-up internet screamed into existence.
So, Jurassic period, got it. Another unidentified questioner wants to know, What jobs can I get without going to college for 4 years?
Excellent question, Cub. The forest of opportunity is vast. You can earn certifications, join apprenticeships, or enlist in skilled trades and service roles that don't require a 4-year degree. Electricians, welders, coders, dental assistants, cybersecurity techs, all paths of honorable hustle. The list is inexhaustible. The bottom line is that you don't have to go to college to have a good career.
Work hard, listen, and learn from the people around you, and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. The rest will work itself out.
I approve anything that doesn't involve waiting around for someone to say, okay, now you can start. College is full of rules and approvals, sure. But don't let that stop you from jumping in, asking questions, and figuring things out as you go. Fortune favors those who just start walking.
Barry, bringing the philosophy this afternoon. Okay, next question from Cheyenne Benson. What college do you recommend for the military? Specifically the Navy.
Ah, a future leader. For military-minded students, consider EDIACR OTC programs. They blend academics with leadership training. Or attend one of the U.S. service academies. West Point, Annapolis, Air Force, Coast Guard, Merchant Marine. Top-tier education, full funding, serious purpose. You guys talked about these earlier, didn't you? I seem to recall overhearing when I was in the green room.
Sharp ears you've got. Yep, we definitely touched on those earlier. Think of them like the VIP clubs of the military world, top-notch education, full ride, and a purpose that's bigger than any bear cave I've ever seen.
And don't worry, you won't need a secret handshake, though a firm paw shake never hurts. And for the Navy specifically, U.S. Naval Academy, all the way. Or enlist first, then use your GI Bill later.
Basically, serve now, study later. Or study now, serve after. Either way, you're building both grit and gratitude.
Also, pro tip, start training early. Physical fitness, discipline, and time management aren't electives.
You heard the bear. Drop the controller, do some push-ups, and learn to make your bed military tight.
And our final question today, Cheyenne Shirley asks, how do I see my graduation plan?
Ah, the legendary grad plan. Not seen in these parts in a coon's age.
Yeah, we don't have those anymore. But don't panic. Mrs. Staley and the leadership team are efforting on a solution. In the meantime, your guidance counselor and/or Ms. Harbert are great source for all things graduation. The best thing is to knock your classes out of the park. No risk of getting stuck in a credit thicket, then. And trust me, that's no fun, even for a bear.
Practical advice from a bear. I didn't see that coming.
Honestly, that might be the smartest thing anyone said on this show in weeks.
Weeks, months. Time's a human thing. Just remember, keep your paws on the map and your eyes on the goal.
Barry should host next time.
Negative. I prefer the woods. Less Wi-Fi, more wisdom.
Well, Barry, you've been a delight and mildly terrifying.
Yeah, thanks for dropping some knowledge and bringing your A game.
It's been unbearably educational. Barry out.
And just like that, Barry's wisdom has officially dropped. Who knew a bear could school us on enlistment, life skills, and how to survive virtual school with style?
Seriously. If I had half of Barry's chill confidence, I'd be running for president. Or at least acing my next group project without breaking a sweat.
You all remember to drop into the K-12 zone and send Barry your questions. I can't guarantee, but I think I can convince him to come back next month if I promise snacks. All right, crew, before we bring it home, we got some listener mail after episode 3. Turns out, y'all had thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, our bit about AI trying to take your lunch money hit a nerve. Leah R. wrote in, I'm worried there won't be any jobs left in tech because of AI. What should I focus on instead?
Smart worry, Leah. But here's the hack. Don't chase a job that exists today. Chase skills that last. Critical thinking, creativity, adaptability, teamwork. They're forever proof. AI can crunch numbers, but it can't write a joke, mentor a teammate, or design a quirky marketing campaign.
Also, think hybrid. Combine human strengths with AI tools. For example, designers who know Photoshop and prompt AI for inspiration. That combo? Future-proof.
Basically, be the human AI tag team everyone wants on their roster.
Okay, yo, so we've got our last listener question from Delbert Cheeseball.
Delbert Cheeseball, that's either a future CEO of a cheese conglomerate or someone who just really likes the word cheese.
Honestly, I'm leaning toward the latter. But Delbert asks, if AI can do my homework, can it also write my essay about why I love AI?
Ah, yes. The classic use AI to explain why AI is great essay. Truly meta.
Delbert, I respect your hustle. But here's the thing. AI can write words, sure, but it can't write your voice. Your experiences, your quirky takes, your opinions about robot overlords. That's all you.
Exactly. And imagine handing in an essay written by AI, only for your teacher to ask, so, Delbert, which part of this did you actually understand?
The teacher is about to discover the mystery of Cheeseball's mind.
Lesson. AI is a helper, not a replacement. But if Delbert ever opens a cheese-themed AI tutoring company, I want stock options.
Deal. Cheeseball Incorporated. Coming soon to a Zoom near you.
Oops. We have one more from Jay Fresca. What's the first step to start preparing for a job that doesn't exist yet?
First, curiosity. Start asking, what's changing? What skills do I notice people using? Second, experiment. Volunteer, freelance, dabble in side projects. You don't need a perfect plan, you need momentum.
And third, document everything. Your projects, what you learned, what flopped spectacularly. That's your portfolio of I can figure stuff out, which is priceless in an AI world. All right, WVVA Nation, we laughed, we learned, and yes, we may have even cringed a little. Now it's time to wrap up. Charlotte, any final words for our fearless decision makers?
Just this. Whether you're figuring out enlistment options, navigating life in a military family, or surviving Beery the bear in the studio without getting eaten, every step counts. And honestly, answering his questions today. Good times.
Couldn't agree more. Big salute to our guest, Beery the bear, for dropping wisdom, sass, and a few life lessons, while somehow keeping all limbs intact.
And huge shout out to all the students who sent in questions. Your curiosity keeps this show alive and reminds us that every question is worth asking, whether it's about service academies, military careers, or graduation plans.
Also, to everyone who sent listener mail, thank you. Keep sending your career curveballs, military questions, or even a good Beery survival tip. We love hearing from you.
Here's your mission, WVVVA Nation. Try one bold move this week. Ask about a branch you're curious about. Talk to a mentor. Or just do one thing that stretches your comfort zone. You're training for life, not just a job.
If you loved this ride, drop us a 5-star review, DM us at Tyler Decides WVVA, and send in your questions for the next episode. Until next time, choose boldly, salute the challenges, laugh at the bloopers, and embrace every twist in your story. Take care, everyone, and keep smiling.
And remember, stay curious, stay brave, and never underestimate the power of a bear in a studio.
And that's a wrap, folks. Remember, caffeine is optional. Sarcasm is mandatory.
If you survived borrowing in the studio, congratulations. You're officially braver than 90% of our staff.
Seriously. Someone give that bear a medal. Or maybe just a fruit snack.
And don't forget, robots may try to take your job, but they can't steal your bad jokes.
Or your secret talent for competitive cereal staff.
Please, that's only a sport in serving counters.
Next week, same podcast, same chaos. New excuses to procrastinate.
Did anyone else notice that these podcasts are getting progressively longer?
I did notice that. By year's end, each episode will be a whole school day. See you next time. Did anyone see which way Barry went?
I feel like I should go in